Welcome to The Explainer. So let's get right to it. What's going to be the world's next great economic success story? Well, right now, a whole lot of signs are pointing to one place, the continent of Africa.
And today, we're going to dive into the really powerful forces that are all converging across Africa, potentially setting it up for a huge economic transformation. And look, this isn't just wishful thinking. The data tells a really compelling story. Okay, so to really get a handle on Africa's potential, you have to start with its most powerful asset, and that's its people. It's a concept called the demographic dividend. What does that mean? Well, think of it like this. For a certain period of time, you have way more people of working age than you have dependents, kids and retirees. It's this window of opportunity that basically supercharged growth in other parts of the world, creating those economic miracles we've all read about. Now, this is where Africa's story gets really unique. If you look at that chart, the red line shows East Asia's journey. It was a pretty quick shift. But now, look at the blue line for sub-Saharan Africa. The transition is just beginning, and it's happening more gradually. That creates the sustained, long-term tailwind for growth for decades. It's a huge opportunity. And of course, Africa is a huge continent. So this isn't a one-size-fits-all situation, not at all. You've got countries like Ethiopia, which you can see are on an absolute fast track, experiencing this rapid shift. And then you have others, like South Africa, that are on a very different, more gradual timeline. Okay, so you have this incredible wave of young, growing workers. What happens when you combine that with immense natural wealth? Well, that's the next piece of the puzzle.
Africa is basically a treasure trove of the critical minerals that power our modern world. We're talking about the stuff that's absolutely vital for everything from electric vehicles to our smartphones. The cobalt, the lithium, the manganese, it's all there.
And this is happening at a really interesting time. The rest of the world is actively looking to diversify its manufacturing, to move away from relying on just one or two places. So leaders are seeing this as a historic opportunity, a chance for the continent to become a new global workshop. But, and this is a big but, to turn all that incredible potential into reality, you have to build the foundation first. What's the missing link between all this potential and actual progress? It's infrastructure. The point is, a young workforce and rich resources just can't be harnessed without the right stuff in place. Roads, ports, rail, and of course, power. And if you look at where the money is going right now, the focus is clear. It's on energy. Power projects are capturing the absolute lion's share of infrastructure investment. It makes sense, right? Without electricity, industrialization just doesn't happen. The to-do list here is massive. We're talking a coordinated push across transportation, digital connectivity, and even brand new green technologies. It's a huge challenge, but if they get it right, they can build a truly connected continent.
All right, so let's shift gears and see how this whole picture looks to investors. Because guess what? They're already taking notice. $3.1 billion. That's how much venture capital African startups raised in 2025. It's a really significant jump, and it shows that investor confidence is coming back in a big way.
But what's really fascinating is that the map is changing. Kenya has actually overtaken Nigeria as the top investment destination. And why? Well, it's being driven by sectors like, you guessed it, energy and mobility. The very things that are needed to build that new backbone for the continent. Investors are putting their money where the future is.
So we've got the people, we've got the resources, and we've got the investment. It sounds like a perfect storm, right? But it's not that simple. There are two very different ways this could all play out.
Look, the stakes are incredibly high. That demographic dividend we talked about, it isn't guaranteed. Not at all. Its impact depends entirely on creating the right environment for growth. The policy choices being made today are absolutely crucial.
And you can see the difference it makes. Under a high-growth, business-friendly scenario, that dividend alone could add a significant boost to growth. Compare that to a future of instability and poor policy, the difference might seem small in percentage points, but when you scale it up, it means lifting millions more people out of poverty. The opportunity is massive, but so is the risk of missing it. So it really feels like all these powerful forces are converging at once. You have the people, the resources, and this growing interest from the rest of the world. It presents this once-in-a-generation opportunity. And that leaves us with the final, critical question. Will the continent build that foundation fast enough to truly seize its moment?